You know, it has been a while since we played A to Z, and on this account, I have been blessed with some good speed gear. Unfortunately, yes, I am playing meta, because what else are you supposed to do? I picked Ron, I picked Lilius, and I just want to demonstrate that Ron is still broken if your enemy doesn't, have the counter picks for him. Usually you'd see Rimuru, you'd see whatever random bullcrap like Edwards, Elric, etc. So when you don't see that stuff, Ron just pulls an S3 and then Caesarea uses S2. You know? I'm just saying, if I had Ida, this game would be over. But it's already over because look at that. We attack down the Doom Bunny. Had I not had Politis, this Doom Bunny would have pushed with Warhorn and I could have pushed her back anyways. But seeing that is not the case, I just pushed back the Lionheart Sermia because I know my Caesarea has enough effectiveness, you know? She has enough effectiveness to pop the bomb. So it's just over. It's Jover for this guy. Caesarea doesn't proc ML Ken because he only procs when you crit. And yeah, we just close out the game. I'm telling you, man, Ron is still broken, but I don't know. People agree he's broken. Just, I don't know. It feels weird being the guy who uses Ron, you know? Here's another good one, by the way. Our opponent picks Bizarre. My opponent uses my own technique against me. So I pick Riolet, because hey, Riolet RNG, right? You know, if you can't beat the enemy's evade units, yes, my opponent's first pick was Light Aiden. Yeah, so if your opponent is just gonna play that game, I'm gonna play that same game with him. And I just picked Riolet, because, you know, he dodges, right? So the reason why I used S1 on the girl, just let's watch here. I don't think you can see it, but basically she has Hela Glance, and I didn't feel comfortable with that. The only reason I know this person has Hela Glance is because I've played into him in the past. So that's me with metagame knowledge. I don't know when this guy started picking Bizarre and all that stuff, but here I was gonna S1, but then the internet just decided to do a funny on me, which is why this isn't live commentary. But yeah, we just S3, which ironically works out for us because he missed Riolet. Riolet dodged. Midnight Gala Lilius does nothing. In fact, she lost her unique buff because of Bizarre S3 Soulburn. So yeah, Midnight Gala Lilius, if we do pick up the victory, perfect. She's gone. We don't have to play her. So Riolet S3 just does his things. Half HP's the Aiden because it's a miss and everything, but it's fine. Briar which follows up, which actually procs our Caesarea S2. So here I am thinking to myself, would the game be different if ROL wasn't stunned there? Maybe I got lucky actually, because my opponent could have just stunned Briar Witch, and because Briar Witch got the S3 off, the Charlotte couldn't AoE attack, so yeah, that was pretty big. Here, I remove Escort, and again, I don't want to proc my opponent's Hela Glance. Bizarre, I don't know why he risked it with that S2, but so he crits my Caesarea, but doesn't debuff my Caesarea somehow. Yeah, it's weird. Riolet dodged. Here, I'm just thinking to myself, I would have, risked it for the biscuit. Let's pause here. Here, I would have risked it, okay? I would have went Aiden S1 into Riolet, because think about it. Briar Witch already went. He knows it's not a DPS Briar Witch, because it's a very fast one with high effectiveness. And I understand why he's attacking her. She has unbuffable, so she can't proc her S2, or rather she's already procced it, as you can see. So she lost her immortality. Now, I don't know about you, Chief, but I think I would have risked it and went for the Riolet. Now you're probably like, Forever Life, why are you edging us? Why did you pause here? Listen, man, I understand Briar Witch has a passive that increases her hit chance by 50%, but, this debuff cancels this out. Can you guess who I attack? You're goddamn right. I went into Aiden. But sometimes You get rewarded for stupid decisions, and we crit the light Aiden. Hell yeah, brother. So I run away with it. You know, I don't think I deserved that victory because I didn't want to S3 with Cesaria. That was purely a coincidence. That was the internet literally playing games on me. And here it's just like, damn, I misplayed. That Aiden had S2. She could. I'm not saying she would have. I'm saying she could have CR pushed. She could have hit Riolet. And it could have been GG. It really could have been GG. And yeah, I'm just in disbelief that Riolet actually dodged. I'm in disbelief Riolet did something. And I'm in disbelief my opponent picked Bazaar. It's time people recognize Bazaar is a good unit. But yes, we picked the victory with Midnight Galililius. We do not have to look back ever again. I mean, who knows? Maybe we will use her, but that's off the list. Alrighty, hopping on to the next match. Here we want to clutch in a Milim, cause she's just a good mage, you know. Just anything with Ron, ignore ER, it works. So here we're just gonna ignore ER. We're gonna risk it for the biscuit. If we hit Destina, we hit Destina. If we don't hit Destina, we don't hit Destina. At least that was my philosophy. So I just said screw it and ignore ER. Yep. I'm sorry to say it, but I'm becoming a filthy Ron player. And would you look at that? We hit Destina and he counterattacks with Mort. I was about to say maybe that's fair, question mark. You know, I hit his Destina, he counters with Mort. But then I realize ER is a scam of a stat. You need Destina's Spirit Blessing buff to resist my Celilius. So even though this DN is much slower than my Conquer Lilius still lands debuffs anyways. So here I was just gonna throw Zahak S3 into the Destina and see where it takes me. We miss, that's fine. That just means we're gonna commit 2 attacks to kill it instead of 1. And I'm not scared of Ravi. She didn't counterattack, so it's not like, you know, an impeding doom was arriving soon. Mort S3 realistically will never kill Milim, but you never know. This guy's a GigaChat for picking Mort. I just don't know what was the thought process behind the Mort. I mean, clearly this guy's a bruiser player because he picked Destina, DN. He picked Doom Bunny into my Conquer Lilius. The only reason I banned Doom Bunny is I was just anticipating him, you know, maybe banning Ron and then I have nothing to do, you know? Against that Destina, it'd be a lose-lose situation for me. So here, we snipe the girl, DN, and then I double attack into Mort. I'm not scared of Ravi. Even if I fail to kill Mort here, we're just gonna cycle fast enough that Ravi will realistically never be a problem. And here we kill Ravi with S2. You know, just a simple game all around the corner, all around the circle. I don't know what the saying is, bro. Give me that Milim victory, thank you very much. So jumping into this one, we want to clear out Dominial and Sid. Dominial, we tried to use her in the past, we failed, because you can't use her at level 50, or you're gonna need to use Ron and Pyrrha on that account, but I wasn't in the mood. So, but in this game, by some miracle, Zahak I don't know, man. Zahak is just slower than Sid, even though he has a speed imprint. We one-shot the Luluka with the Soul Burn, gives us Windrider, which didn't matter at the end of the day. Commander Pavel S2 finishes off the SSB, does a lot of damage to the Light Aiden, honestly. And then we just S3. By some miracle, we hit Riolet. By some miracle, quote-unquote miracle. You know, it's because Riolet dodges, am I right? Wink, wink. So here, I could have S3, but I flexed on my opponent and S1'd. Anyways, I think that is good progress for today. We used a variety of units. All that matters to me is crossing out those units. So it has dawned on me we have already cleared Milim on a previous video. If this doesn't tell you how out of touch I am, then it is what it is. We mark Ron definitely the MVP of today's episode. We are gonna mark off Midnight Galililius. Hopefully we don't have to play her in the near future. Who else was on that list? Sid, right, that last game. and then Dominial. You know, all things considered, we barely did anything. We did nothing. Midnight Gala Lilius died mid-battle. Ron was Ron, he's pretty broken. We already knew he was broken. Politis is already crossed out. Caesarea is already crossed out. Yeah, all things considered, you know, we didn't do much today. But it's fine. This is the revival of A to Z. Will we finish this list? I don't know. I sincerely hope we can at least do half of them. Some of them look annoying, but some of them are definitely doable. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.